I've been an entrepreneur for 30 years. I've been married for 32. I have a wife that has been through breast cancer twice. She is a cancer survivor. She is one tough chick. She is only 5 foot nothing, and her entire family is 5 foot nothing. The dad, the mom, the sisters, my wife, they're all 5 foot. So when you take that picture around Christmas, you get around it doesn't matter where you stand. You can just be all the same, no taller, no lower. They're just all the same 5 foot nothing family. So I have kids that have not grown past 5'8". I'm 5'8". I love my kids. I love speaking into their lives. And I always love speaking into the lives of people. I have been a motivational speaker for 25 years. I have owned an international franchise company. I have done business in markets like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Dubai. I love the international community. I love food, right? So food's like the way to my heart. I love different kinds of food. I love different kinds of people. And I love, once again, to bring value to a subject. I love real estate. I love real estate. Some of the greatest wealth in the United States has been born out of real estate. So you are in the industry that promotes itself as being the most opportunistic time or most opportunistic way to become wealthy, to build wealth, through real estate. Now, how many of you would agree it doesn't feel like that right now, right? I don't want to blow smoke. I don't want to be fake. It doesn't feel like that in 2025. It didn't feel like that in 2024. Would you agree? Or is everybody just like, oh, I'm just killing it, this is like the world's best thing. And so because it's not doing so well, you will find that today's market opportunities are greater than ever before in real estate. NAR tells us 50% of the people who have a real estate license in 2024, 50% did not sell one transaction last year. Is that gross? Yeah. Isn't that gross to think about that? 50% of the people who spent, like you and I, who got their license, who did the courses, who got with a brokerage, took some trainings, bought the computers, learned about the MLS, joined, pay these quarterly fees that you're paying, and we didn't sell one. 50% of people, okay? And so there's a problem in the real estate industry that I'm here to help you change. What am I here to do today? I mean, I love Waldine. I love her story. I love her passion, her hard work, and her commitment to excellence. I love, you guys are also fashionable. Like everything you do is like cool and nice looking, right? I speak all around Texas, and recently came from a conference in Florida, and not everybody's as cool. So, cool is relevant, is very important. And so we're going to talk about that. But I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk with you. Today I would like to be your coach. I don't want to be another instructor or somebody that you bring in on a weekly basis to come talk. I want to be real with you because a coach is different. This program that I've recently launched is designed to help you do one thing. I'm only here to do one thing today. I'm just going to give you the end of the talk right now. I'm only here to do one thing. I'm here to help you win. I'm here to help you win in real estate. Because so many people are losing. So many people I've spoken to over the course of the last 12, 18 months are no longer in the business. They're looking for other things. They have thoughts, and maybe some of you have thoughts of going out and getting a job. What? I have been a serial entrepreneur for 30 years. You know what that means? It means I have to rely on myself every single day of my career. Every single day. As a realtor, as a real estate agent, you have to rely on yourself because you are the CEO of Me International. Right? Nobody's going to come in here and do it for you. So if you think that I came here just to give you the secrets to success and all those sort of things, we could talk about some secrets, we could talk about some success stories, but I'm going to be looking back at you and I'm going to ask you the question, are you willing to do what it takes to win? Are you going to do what it takes to win, or will you go and be one of those persons who want to go and get the job? Come on in. Come on. Our team is getting bigger. I love it. So this is interactive. So I've only come here to do one thing, Waldine, is to help everybody win in real estate. You can win somewhere else. If you don't want to do real estate, you should get out. Because it's hard. Oh my gosh, it's hard. It's so hard because the government's against us. The policies are against us. The laws are changing to be against us. Right? The clients sometimes feel like they're against us. What is your name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca, well, I heard that I don't have to pay a buyer's agent anymore. Anybody ever hear that? I watch CNN. I watch Fox News. I heard I don't have to pay a buyer's agent anymore. We talked about this. This was last year's biggest issue. How many, everybody struggling with that still? Is that a problem? Yeah, my gosh, I heard I don't have to pay a buyer's agent. Well, I heard I didn't have to pay for this Whataburger. I'm just going to take a bite. That true? Why? Why is it not true? Yeah, did they drink coffee this morning? You guys? Why would that not be true? Because there's value in the Whataburger. You can't just walk in and take a bite, right? You can't just walk into the movie theater. What is your name?
Andrea.
Andrea, you can't just walk in the movie theater with me and say, I just want to see the movie for a moment. I won't sit. I'm just gonna take a look. I just want to watch it, and I won't bother anybody. We've become a industry that thinks that we have somehow inconvenienced the consumer by charging them what you're worth. What happened? Where did all of our confidence go? What happened to the idea that realtors, agents, brought a level of professionalism, certification, and licensure that allows me to walk into somebody's multi-million-dollar home and with a great amount of trust because I'm considered a fiduciary? What happened to that confidence? No, I heard I don't have to pay you anymore. Well, yeah, I just decided last week I'm going to stop eating. How about that? I mean, if you join me and stop eating, I'll do this for free if you'll do what you do for free. Would that make sense? Would that be fair? But am I describing where we are today in the industry? Does this feel very similar? Okay, I want to ask for some comments here, and my handy dandy writer is going to be right here, Rebecca.
Goodness.
And I'm going to ask for words on how you feel about your real estate business right now. Let me have some words that would describe how you feel. You're gonna write this down for me, please. Okay, right here. And then I'm gonna stick them on the wall. So we got big sticky paper, and I need to capture some words for today's coaching. How do we feel? How do you spell that? Okay. That's big letters. Big letters, Rebecca. Defeated. Okay. That's very honest. Defeated. Matt. Tired. Okay. What else? How do we feel about it? Be honest, because this only works if you're honest, because we're going through this coaching program. Frustration. Worried. Okay. Discouraged. Okay. What else? You're smiling over here. What's your name? Yasima. How do you feel about your real estate business?
I think I would say slow.
Okay, slow. Got it. Anybody else in the corner? How do you feel about it?
I need to change.
Change.
I need to change.
Okay, I feel like I need to change. I need to change.
I need to change. No, it's something that I need to do, right? So you need to do something so the path is different, right? So there's something that personally I need to do.
I love it.
To make some changes because, like you said, I am my own business, right? So there's some things that I have to self-reflect.
Self-reflect, need to change.
What am I doing?
What's the right path?
Right? So it's not tough because you make it tough. When you say it's tough, it's because it's tough's not really, right? So there's things that I have to do. And I know it, I just need to do it. So
Okay.
I need to do it.
Okay.
I need to do it. Just
Need to do it. Feel like I need to do it. Path. what's the right path. That's great. Thank you for sharing. You're nodding your head. What do you think? How are you feeling? What is your name?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I said tired.
Oh, you said tired. Okay. Gotcha.
So for me, my first thought was not a negative word. For me, was powerful.
Powerful. Okay, let's add that. We need some powerful.
Was that
Hopeful.
No, she's feeling powerful. Powerful is good. Good, sir.
For me, sometimes I feel like I have a lot of doubts, like not clear about what's going on.
Okay, not clear.
And,
I feel not clear.
Sometimes lack of confidence as well.
Not clear, lack of confidence.
like uncertainty.
Okay. Well, let's use their words, please. That's right. Not clear and what? What was the other one? Doubtful. Not confident. Not confident. Yes, please. I really want to capture your words because we're going to be able to use these words. Okay. One thing I know that there is the idea of planting and burying. It's the same activity. You dig a hole and you throw it in the ground. Planting and burying. If I were going to bury him, I'm not, but if I were going to bury him, I would do the same thing that I would be doing if I were going to plant an oak tree. Except my expectation is the oak tree is going to grow. But I bury dead things. That makes sense? So I'm not going to I'm not going to water him for certain, right? So the idea of how I look at this thing called real estate is, am I going to start planting with the expectation of growing, or am I just going to kill every bit of energy and ounce of ideas that I have? Am I just going to stop? Am I going to quit? I'm not going to make that call. Why would I call her and tell her, hey, did you remember I'm still in real estate and it's really hard right now, and do you need anything in real estate, or can I tell you about my services? I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to bury it instead. Or I can plant that, and I could say the exact same thing. Hey, I just wanted to remind you, I'm in real estate, and things are kind of slow right now. Do you happen to know anybody that might need some real estate services? Because I'm in real estate. So I said the same thing, but on one side of the fence, I'm killing it. I'm not even trying anymore. 50% of the people didn't sell anything in real estate because they're burying their hopes and dreams in the ground instead of planting them. If you have the right attitude, the right idea, the same words that I just used with her will grow a harvest. How many of you would believe if I called 3 people on my phone and said, hey, real honest, not fake, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. Get the word I out. Stop using the word I. Because people always ask, how's the real estate industry? But they never ask how the realtor is doing. Right? So let's be open and honest with people. Let's start telling them, you know what? Business has been really slow. How can I serve you? How can I help you? How can you help me? Would you ask for help if you needed help? If you had a flat tire out in the parking lot, would you just say, I don't want to bother anybody at the office? Or would you let somebody know so that they can help you get home or change the tire? You'd ask for help. Realtors are burying themselves. They're not asking for help anymore. They're giving up. They're quitting. They're losing. You're not winning. Okay, this is the coach coming out and talking to you. This is what I'm seeing all across the board, which means there will be less people to do the very vital thing that needs to be done, which is service the client. So we need you. I need you to win. You need you to win. Somebody at your home is counting on you to win. All right, let's get some more feelings before we go to the next one. Did you answer? How are you feeling? Confused? Okay, confused. Your handwriting is doing really good, by the way. It's very good. Because when I put it up there, everybody's going to see your handwriting right now. Okay, that's just letting you know. No pressure right there. If we can't read it, it's not going to help that much. Okay, how are you feeling?
I can take advantage of.
You feel like there's opportunities to take advantage of. There you go. She feels like there's opportunities there. Did you answer? How are you feeling?
How do I feel?
Mm-hmm.
I feel not settled, just the beginning.
Okay. How long have you been in real estate?
5 years.
Okay. You feel not settled after 5 years. Okay. Good. That's a very honest answer. Not settled. All right. Somebody else got a word or something that hadn't been said yet? You feel hopeful. I love it. There's got to be some just the beginning. Okay.
Growing.
That's right.
I see it more like in a positive way.
Well, good. We're going to try to bring those things out because we can do one of two things. As I said, today I'm here to help you win, but you can make one of two choices. You can bury it or you can plant it, right? So let's go forward with this idea. You can bury your real estate business or you can plant it and it'll grow. Anything you water grows, right? That saying that the grass is greener on the other side, that person should be shot. It's a terrible idea. That person is just stupid. The grass is greener where you water it. The grass is greener where you water it, okay? Real estate works because you work. We're just going to get clear about some things. Anybody have any ideas? Any other words?
Excitement.
Excitement. Okay, so we'll go here. Excitement. You're still tired? Okay, we got two people that are tired over here. We got tired on the board already. Any other words? Do you? Are you naturally excited? Are you a person that's normally pretty motivated? Yeah, good.
But then whenever I don't rest or like I'm just on it, I do crash.
You're a rush, then a crash. Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay, you're not using illegal substances now, are we? I mean, I'm saying I know people that do that, and this is what they tell me happens. You know, what? Okay.
then there's might be if you don't take care of like your mental state,
Okay.
you're like constantly like excited or rushing.
Okay, I love that one. Let's take care of mental health, mental fitness. Let's call it. Would you write mental fitness? And you said your words were rush. You feel like a rush. You have a rush, and then you crash. Okay. Rush. The word rush, and then crash. Were you going to say something? You feel focused? Excellent. Are you normally a person that's very focused? Or does it take work? You are? Okay, great. So focused. I'm going to need these words to be on the board. Okay, anybody else got another word we're going to put up here? Thank you. We're going to just tear it off here. And would you hang this on the wall for me? It's a sticky paper.
Yeah.
Okay, right there where everybody can see that. Okay. So let's move forward with this is our how we feel, right? That's the board of how we feel. We're going to talk a little bit more, but who needs a coach? Okay, let's get this mindset in place on why you might hear me say or why I might come at this this meeting or this gathering a certain way, because I truly want to coach you to help you to win. If we don't walk away with a win, then what does that mean? That 30 days from now, you're going to bury your real estate business. I really believe that. Okay, and again, I speak to people all over, and I'm seeing it happen all over the place. One of the things that you don't realize is that a person who needs a coach is everyone. The highest performers and the most beginning. I have coached from little league soccer, little league baseball, and pee wee soccer, all the way through college level business majors that have launched computer science businesses and other franchises and such. Everybody needs a coach. The better you get doesn't mean the more alone you become. The better you get, the more you need a coach. Okay? The coach, you get lifestyle coaches, you have speech coaches, okay? You have business coaches, you have voice coaches, you have all kinds of coaches. You need somebody to make sure you keep your eye on the goal, and that is to win. Okay, the benefit of a team, this team right here, is that together, if you work together, you can win. You can win, you can help each other, you can support each other. Okay, I'm looking at a group of people who I believe would be willing to do something for the person next to them if it helps them win. Am I right? Would you agree? Because there's no place in business for selfishness. Okay, if you have people that are all about themselves, it's all about me, I don't care about you, okay, that person doesn't belong in this room. So coaches need to call that out and say, look, this person's a culture shock. This person needs to be drowned in the back pool or something, because that person is going to contaminate or affect the team. And so we work together. So selflessness is appreciated, selfishness is not. Everybody works together. So we're going to talk about some of the things that are going to help you. All right, personal development. I am going to ask for a new slide or new paper, please. You're doing great. You need donut? You good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, we got donuts. All right. I want to know, what are you doing to grow? Remember, we talk about dead things. We dig a hole and we put dead things in it, and we call it burying. But we also dig a hole and plant things that we expect to grow, right? And so I'm asking you, personal development. What are you doing to make yourself better? What are you doing to make yourself better? I'm not talking about New Year's resolution, but if you just started exercising, we'll put that down. What are you doing to make yourself better?
I follow people that do podcasts or.
Yep. I'm sorry. You do podcast. You listen to podcasts.
Yeah, listen.
Okay, that's like my number one thing, my favorite. Thank you. Podcasts, personal development podcasts. Okay, where my office is to this office about maybe 2 hours and 50 minutes if I don't exceed the legal speed limit, which I'm not saying I did or didn't. I'm just saying 2 hours and 50 minutes. Do you know how much information I have learned in 2 hours and 50 minutes? I feel smarter because I listen to podcasts. How many of you have ever gotten stuck in traffic? It's a kind of silly question. You're in Houston. You live in traffic, right? What are you doing in your car in that moment? Are you getting an education? You can get a PhD in your car if you listen to educational things. Podcast is the number one way, whether it's audiobooks or podcasts. Okay, and I like me a good jam too. You listen to the music, it's all good. Something's thumping. I know, get your heartbeat going. You're all motivated. You get that rush, right? But if I spend the majority of my time feeding my mind, okay, we said mental fitness is one of the things we're struggling with. Well, if you're not feeding your mind, you might be exercising and doing some great things, but if you're not exercising your mind and constantly challenging yourself, listen to a podcast on negotiations, listen to a podcast on sales, listen to a podcast on entrepreneurship. Okay, if you're a faith-based person, listen to faith-based podcasts. Okay, I do. I listen to a combination of things because it's a library of information. If you want to get to know somebody, listen to their podcast. If you want to get to know somebody, read their book. If you want to get to know somebody, read their social media, okay? But if you want to learn and grow, then you got to get it from here to here. You have to have what's called a heart of knowledge. If you don't have a heart of knowledge, then you're just getting good ideas and not doing anything with it. Because what the heart knows, the mind can't convince otherwise. And what's in my heart, I will do. I will do what's in my heart. You might be able to change my mind and say, well, yeah, maybe I don't want to eat Mexican food today. Maybe I want Italian food. And that's really never been, it's not a conviction then. If you can change my mind, it's not been a conviction. But there are certain things in my heart that you could never convince me to do differently. You could never convince me to go back and settle to get a job, because my goal in life is to help all of you continue to thrive in entrepreneurship. I've only been doing it for 30 years, and I've been doing it all around the world. And I'm seeing the life of people and what it does for you as an entrepreneur. I've seen the smiles, I've seen the joy, I've seen the vacations, I've seen the things you're able to buy with success. Okay, I'm not saying those things are bad. I'm not making it all about that, but I'm saying, hey, it's okay to live in a nice house, a great neighborhood. It's okay to have nice cars, dress nice. It's okay to eat at nice places. It's okay to be able to treat your friends, take care of your family. When we moved back to Texas, one of the things that we did, my wife and I did, is we moved my parents back into my house. So we bought a big house because they were in their 80s. They are. My dad's passed away about 4 years ago. And my mom, she's 89. Okay. We had to hide the keys to her Ultima because she thinks she's going to go to CVS in a car. So we hide the keys so she can't find the keys, right? But I couldn't do that if I didn't have the ability to bring her into the house. So I know what entrepreneurship does. I've been able to take care of my family this way, being what we do, what you do, what we do together. I've been able to do those things. So I know the blessing of entrepreneurship. I know that if you don't bury the real estate business you have and you plant it instead and grow it, it can become amazing in your life, and it will never provide for you, and nothing else will provide for you the same way your entrepreneurial business will. You can go get a job at a retail store or hospitality, a hospital and hotel, and nothing wrong with that. There's some people that need to do that. But because I know something about Waldina, what I know is that entrepreneurs are really freaks. They're really weird. Entrepreneurs are strange people. You are strange because only 3% of people in the United States will ever become an entrepreneur and become a realtor or an agent who depends on your income and commissions. Only 3% of people in America will ever do this. 3%. You think we have a lot of realtors, but only 3% of people who live in the United States will ever own a business. Why? Something weird about you. And it's this. You're willing to work 80 hours a week to avoid a 40-hour job. True? You're willing to work freaking crazy hours, 80 hours a week. Sunday, yeah, call me Sunday. I'm only at church. Hey, I can't show you the house right now. What are you doing? Friday night Valentine's. How many of you took a call on Friday night Valentine's? How many of you took the text? See? There's no limits. You do whatever it takes as an entrepreneur because you're passionate. Your heart is in there. So I want to get you back to that place. What your heart knows, your mind can't convince otherwise. That's why you got to stay with it. That's why you got to do the things it takes to win. Do the things it takes to win. When we go back to this slide, they did the things it takes to win. They got up early. I know the coach for, actually it was Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant's coach, okay, Tim Grover. Tim Grover says, okay, we're going to start our coaching program, and he would meet new clients, and he would say, okay, listen, we're going to start at 3:30. And then new client would be, okay, yeah, good. 3:30 is good. And his staff would arrive at the gym at 3:30 a.m. And then the new client would arrive at what time? 3:30 p.m. because he thought he'd show up to the gym and Tim Grover and he'd be like, what are you doing here? He said, well, you said be here 3:30. I'm here for my coaching. I said, and he'd say, son, what time does a new day begin? What time does a new day begin? Anybody know? When you open your eyes. Okay, that's funny. That's funny any day of the week. I love that. The new day begins at midnight. I love these. Y'all are great. A new day begins at 12:01 a.m. So when that coach says, listen, you can be an average person or do you want to win? Because winners are going to start at 3:30 a.m. because a new day starts at 12:01. So I'm here to tell you right now, what you have to do to win in real estate really stinks. It's not glamorous. It's hard. You ever make cold calls? You ever call people who don't know you and you think to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm a weirdo. I'm calling somebody I don't know just to ask them if they'd be interested in selling their house. That's hard. That's weird. And I love weird. And hard doesn't get any easier. You have to do the things that are hard. If Waldina teaches you something about the real estate industry and how to utilize the tools you have, it's only as good as the effort you put into doing it. You got to do it. If you don't do it, these people did not get up at 3:30 in the afternoon and meet their coach. They got up at 3:30 in the morning. They worked hard. They worked harder than anybody else. And what do they get? Do you want the results that nobody else can get? Because the average result is 50%, over 50, 51%, 54% on some surveys. They did not sell a single house all last year. You want to be like that? You want to be average? That's what that looks like. So as your coach, I want to help you win, and I'm here to tell you that, listen, when we talk about these things, it's not going to be easy. Maybe some of you just needed to hear what I just said, that what you're doing in real estate can be buried or planted, and it is going to be hard. Get that in your mind now. It's hard to make calls. It's hard to be disciplined. It's hard to make calls from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's your prospecting time. 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's your prospecting time. You should be making calls, contacting, sending video messages, saying, hi, Rebecca, this is Rome. Just wanted to remind you that I'm in real estate. Listen, man, business has been slow lately, but I would sure appreciate it if you would reach out for me to people you might know to help me help them. Now, it sounds easy because I'm doing it here in front of you, but is it that easy in your car or in your offices? Or is it too easy to pull up Facebook and Instagram, be distracted? The number one deal killer, I believe, in the real estate industry is distraction. The number one, the same technology that'll help you become the number one brokerage in all of the state of Texas, the same technology is also the same technology that'll bury more real estate agents than ever before. Because you can bury yourself in distraction. Am I making this up? You guys believe me? Right? It's true. All right, so. All right, guidance, accountability, faster business growth. Listen, I'm here for mastery. I'm going to teach you mastery level stuff. These are things that if you get and you do, you will be more successful within 30 days. If you get what I teach you and just do it, in 30 days, you will see more results in your business. Okay, you can't get a new job, train, and go through the program and make as much money as you can in 30 days if you just do the work. Don't bury your real estate business. Okay, we're going to treat it like a business. All right, let's talk about what success looks like to you. Here we go. This is we're still on personal development, right? What else are we doing to better ourselves? We got listening to podcasts. Wow, I went off on a tangent on that one. I apologize. You gotta look crazy. All right, what else? What else are we doing to make yourself better?
Self-care. Self-care, it boosts your own.
Okay, like what? What specifically? What do you like to do?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Self-care?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, you can say it. It's okay. We're all friends.
Nice bathtub, so to clear up my mind.
Okay.
And once I get out, it's like, okay, I got new ideas.
Awesome.
I got new projects, new goals.
Awesome.
Kind of like gets renewed.
Okay. So kind of a soothing bathtub, like a spa. She's like creating a spa-like experience. Huh? You got that? Self-care, bathtub. Put bathtub on there. We're going to go back to the bathtub here. This is funny. This is good. All right, what else? What else are you doing? If you're not doing anything, this is why you're this.
Taking courses.
If you're not doing anything, it's no wonder this sheet is full. So recognize that. If you're not willing to say what it is that you're doing to make yourself better, it might be because you're not doing anything to make yourself better. And that's why you're struggling with, I feel defeated, I feel tired, I'm frustrated. Well, Dina, I just am so discouraged. Things are so slow. Somebody in here feels powerful. I like that one. Yeah, I'm having hope. I'm hopeful, but I'm not putting any action steps behind it. You see how this list is condemning? And right now, how many do we have, Rebecca? We got 2. We only have 2 things that we're doing to make ourselves better. Is there taking courses? Okay. Taking courses, training in real estate or physical training? What kind of training?
No, real estate.
She's like, no physical training. Real estate training. Okay, no walking the dog or anything like that. CE classes. Okay. Are they making you better? Are you guys absorbing good stuff from the classes? Good. Okay. What else?
Changing habits.
Changing habits. Do you have an example of something you've done recently?
Like my schedule in the mornings, throughout the day, what I'm doing, my whole life kind of, schedule.
Okay. Are you putting anything in your schedule or are you taking things out of your schedule?
I took everything out of my schedule that I was doing before, and now I put a bunch of new different things.
Okay. So we're taking things out we shouldn't be doing. So removing things from our schedule. Okay. Well, somebody said something over here?
For me, waking up early and going to the gym helps me a lot.
Okay. Waking up early and going to the gym. There is a direct physiological relationship between highly successful people. there's a direct physiological relationship between highly successful people, people who prioritize the mind, body, and wellness. I mean, it's totally legit. Okay, if I don't feel good, nothing really happens. You know, I mean, like for instance, if you had the flu, okay, you ever seen anybody post in Facebook, I got the flu, and they look terrible? You ever seen those photos? You don't see a lot of them, do you? No, because nobody wants to show how miserable I look during that time. So nobody's willing to share or connect and do those sort of things. But when you're feeling good, that's when you're posting, just eating my salad, and then you got ribs over here. Right? I know y'all. It's okay. What else? Reading. Okay? Love it. Reading, exercising the mind, putting things in there that don't currently exist. Meditate. Outstanding. So a lot of peace. Do you feel revised, or how do you feel after you meditate? Centered and more concentrated. Wow.
Also,
You got that?
affirmations are less.
Sorry?
Affirmations. Words of
Affir-
affirmations.
Do you give them, or do you?
No, well, I say them out loud in the morning, like this.
Okay, I love it. Okay. Words of affirmation. We're going to call that self-talk. I am constantly self-talk. You can do this. You can do this. You got this. You got this. Right? I can do this. Prayer. Absolutely. Talk about being centered and concentrating. Okay? Having our faith restriction.
Action, taking action is like what you want to do.
Like something specific. What would you do?
Okay, well, I guess I've been doing a little bit of what he's doing now. Trying to
What is your name
organize
again?
myself,
Carl?
Yeah,
Okay.
trying to organize myself.
Okay.
Taking action, like, I have to get up early. I have to
Okay.
do it.
Yes.
Taking action. I have to organize myself. How am I going to organize myself? I have
Outstanding.
to sit down and do my to-do list, see my schedule, and see what do I have to
Good.
remove or add to it. I'm taking action.
Awesome.
Even though I'm not at the place where I want to be.
Good.
But I believe that I'll be there soon.
Good. I love what you just said. Even though I'm not at the place I want to be, I will be there soon because I'm taking action. And the answer to that is absolutely. That's what growth looks like.
I am physically at the right place.
Okay, excellent. I believe that's good too. Good.
Taking action is what I believe that it's going to get me there.
Okay, excellent. You got that? She's taking action. Somebody else?
I listen to prayers. Same thing like she said, it's more like self-talk in the morning.
Okay.
Because I feel like my mind is like non-stop working. So
Yes.
the first thing I do in the morning, I go to YouTube
Okay.
and I just search for prayers in the morning,
Awesome.
and that helps me a lot.
Yes. Awesome. So you have, again, we have technology that's helping us. If we leverage technology in the proper way, it can help us grow. Okay, you didn't say you just go to Facebook and see how everybody else's life is so great and mine sucks. I mean, no, anybody do that? It's like, oh my gosh, everybody's great. My life is worse than I feel worse and worse because I'm not in Cabo, I'm not eating lobster, all those sort of things, right? So that's a comparison game. It's deadly. It buries more people than not. So I love how you're using it to find the positive things in that as well. Anybody else? So, okay. And what are we calling this? This is personal development up here, please. And that one was how you feel. No, I'm sorry. Can you put it right here? This is the personal development page, and that one's how we feel. Okay. Anybody else got anything about personal development? You got a lot of good tips up here. Okay, I like that one too. Who said that? Journaling is great. Journaling is great. One thing I'll tell you that journaling does, and it's similar to what Waldina mentioned in prayer and journaling, all that, it slows you down. I collectively put my thoughts down on paper. I'm a journaler. What am I thankful for today? Wow, I can be thankful for a few things, or if I get really specific, I can be thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful that I have a bed. I'm thankful for my wife. I'm thankful for my kids most of the time. Maybe I won't put that down. You know, sometimes you're thankful for things, sometimes you're not thankful for things. I'm thankful for my car. I'm thankful for I got air conditioning. Thankful I have heat, right? Thankful that I was able to help my neighbor, you know, with the grass, whatever. It slows you down, which leads to something that nobody mentioned, but I'm going to add it to you. For personal development, you have to get quiet. Let's try it. Let's get quiet. No phones, no computer. Your thoughts are being present. You're here with your family, your work family, your family of choice. Feels good to be up here. You have a beautiful view. The sun is shining. When we do this, we recharge our batteries. We recharge our batteries. There are multiple people who said, I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I'm not clear, I'm not confident. Nobody put the word up there, but I'll put it up there. I'm worried, I have fear. Fear is a life killer. Fear is a business killer. Fear is a relationship killer. Let me tell you, I will define fear for you. Fear is faith in the worst case scenario. You can write that down. Fear is faith in the worst case scenario. If you're living constantly about your business and you're fearful, you're believing that the worst is going to happen every single time. It's having so much faith, Waldina. It's like, if I live in fear, I'm having so much faith that my business is going to fall apart, that my family isn't going to like me, my friends are going to leave me, and my dog's going to run away, and all of those. I mean, everything. It's cancerous. And and as a person who sat through the woman I love fighting for her life through cancer 2 times over with chemotherapy, losing her hair, and all those sort of things, I know what that looks like. But I'll tell you that it doesn't help if you leave it there. And it takes all the energy. So getting quiet, being thankful, whether you're meditating or just being quiet. I know that, it's hard. Business is tough. As soon as you get in the car, you grab the phone. As soon as you get in the house, you pull it out of your purse or your bag and you're looking at what's going on. Did I get any calls, emails, text messages? What's going on in the world, social media? I know that. We never have any peace. We would never have any peace. There'd be plenty of people I know that would still be successful today if they retained their peace. If they had the confidence of knowing that my life is pretty good. Life is really good. Though I may not have certain things right now, but as you said, I'm working towards it. I'm disciplining myself and I'm taking action. And so I'm growing as a result of it. Okay, so this is kind of like Papa Coach talking to us and saying, I know that nobody, if anybody does this, prove me wrong, nobody has that in their calendar. Quiet time, 12:15 to 12:45. No digital, no social media, just quiet time. In the park, in your car. You can't do it really at home if you have a lot of distractions, so you need to go in the backyard maybe. But what would that look? What would your life look like if for the last 10 years, for the last 5 years of your real estate business, you said 12:15, 12:45, no calls, no text messages, quiet time? Because I know my car can drive pretty fast, but if I don't put gas in it, it ain't going nowhere, right? And my life can go pretty fast. And if I don't have any quiet time, if I don't have any peace, I ain't going nowhere. Make sense? We've got to build that back in. These are the things that I'm seeing. And let me just tell you something. It's not good enough a reason for you to bury your business because you didn't make time to be quiet. That's a terrible reason. I don't want to come back a month from now and say, oh, 6 people left because they buried their business because they were just too frustrated. It was just too noisy. There's white noise in their head that's constantly going. Okay? How many of you go to bed and you're thinking about problems, so you wake up and you've still been thinking all night, and so you didn't really even get any rest, right? So you didn't get any rest. So what happens? You're going to go tackle another day. You're going to do it again, and then next day you're going to do it again, and next day you're going to do it again, and then no coach is telling you, hey, slow down. Why don't you go and take a nap. There's great advice. Take a nap. Not right now. No, don't be rude in front of me. Wait, maybe you take a nap, get some rest, get some energy. That way when you come tomorrow, you have the ability to play like these all-stars do. Because if I don't get any rest, if I don't eat right, if I don't spend any time exercising, if I don't get any quiet time, oh my gosh. For me, my thing is fishing. I like to fish. I like the salt water. I like to see the sunrise. I like all of that on the water. I tell you, it wouldn't be a lot of those negative things that we saw on that board. She would say, it would make me feel revived again. It sounds like she's growing if she does those sort of things. So maybe, just maybe, I drove all this way to come over here to tell you that we need to take a nap. Right? Maybe. Keep that in mind. Maybe it's not a bad idea. Just keep going. Okay, would you mind putting that up on the board for me, please?
I'm sorry.
You both are doing great.
Hearing this. What are we supposed to do in this quiet time? Just sit down, meditate?
That's a great question.
What do? Do you lay down? Just you pray? What
Great.
are we supposed to do?
Great. So,
I haven't done it.
okay.
Sorry.
Thank you for your honesty. The reason you haven't done it is because maybe you don't know what to do. I would ask you, what are the things that give
I
you?
don't have time. I haven't find the time.
You don't have time. Let me. That's what she said, right? You guys all heard her say that. She don't have time. You have as much time as all of us in this room.
Correct.
We all have the same time. We all have the same time. And at the end of the day, I'll give you some really bad news. Have you seen the statistics on death? It's really bad. 10 out of 10 people will die sometime in their life.
Please don't die so much.
They will, absolutely. 10 out of 10 people will die at some point in your time. What I'm asking you is, what do you value in your life? What do you value about your time? Is it the people who are around you? Is it the things that make you smile? Is it the things that bring joy to you? Or the people around you? Does that bring you joy? Then the rest that you need to take is for the benefit of them and you. And so whatever that might mean, maybe it means journaling at that time. You can be quiet and journal. I want to write all the things I like about myself. Okay? One of the things that cancer patients learn is that to keep the positive in front of their eyes. So when you're going through chemotherapy and you're facing the idea that, what do you do? How do you explain to the spouse, the kids that, mama's not going to be here or what have you? You begin to write all the things that you love about her. And you put it on the wall. So for you, I would say you need to write all the things you love about yourself. Man, I love it when my kids come over and I give them a hug longer than they want me to hold them. I love it when I make this specific dish and people say, "Oh, it's the best that I've ever had." You write those things and you put them in, because that is your heart knowledge that I'm talking about. It reinforces the value of your life to do those kind of things.
Something that I do, because my mind never stops. I'm almost thinking about everyone here. Maybe I don't talk to you every day, but I'm always thinking about people. So what I do is I write down everything that is on my mind, and then I kind of pray. I just ask God, hey, help me with my mind, control my mind, and then I write affirmations, and that helps me to kind of go back. Okay, Olina, you were right here. Go back to to zero, and that helps a lot. Maybe that's something that you can do too during your quiet.
Yes, thank you. That's wonderful. So how that fits your character, your nature, your family dynamic, you need to do those things that make your heart feel good. Make sense?
So for me, I never sign as a quiet time, but I love going to nature.
Okay.
During the weekends, I have to be in the park. I just take my shoes off and lay on the ground.
Awesome.
So I feel like I'm doing two things at once. I'm
Awesome.
connecting with Mother Nature, and I feel like it
Awesome.
gives me so much energy. At the same time, I'm just quiet from my mind. I don't
Yes.
want people hear me, and I'm hearing the sun. So it's all
Right.
at once.
Well, I love how you're describing that, because the act of quiet time is putting yourself, your body, whether you're in the bathtub or lying on the grass at the park, because it's quiet, it's peaceful. I'm not being interrupted by the way the world wants me to be interrupted. I'm going to lead my life the way I want to lead my life. I'm not going to let somebody else dictate how I feel. If somebody were to insult me, I would say, well, listen, that might be what you think, but I'm not going to let what you think into my heart, because I don't need to necessarily receive that. Make sense? So I'm constantly working on making sure that I'm up. And remember, the goal here is to win. And you can't win if you're broken. If your heart is broken, if your health is broken, your mind is broken. How are you gonna win? We can't concentrate. You're driving, you missed your turn because your mind is somewhere else, right? And that describes a brokenness that needs to be fixed. So if we're going to win in real estate, we got to make sure that the whole body is complete. So once again, I didn't come here to give you the same lesson that you can get from a title company or somebody else. I came here to be Papa Coach, right? Because I want you to win business. I want you to win in real estate. I want you to win this way. Because each of you are demonstrating that you're going to be one of the 3% of people in the United States that do this. Let me let you in on a little secret. Waldina knows part of this, but not all of this. I used to work for some of the biggest franchises too, the biggest franchises in the country, in the world, really. Remax, okay, I was director commercial for these for Remax franchise group, and then also recently at Keller Williams for Texas. I was recruited from Remax to be a consultant, a coach for them, and to try to grow or initiate a mergers and acquisitions division. So I was the my official title, Executive Vice President, Mergers and Acquisitions, Texas. So my goal was to try to convince independent brokerages to join the franchise.
Are you trying to convince me too? First time I'm there.
But I love Waldina, so don't talk bad about me right now. Don't tell about me. So that was what I was recruited to do. So my resume would tell you that I could do that. Yeah, not even a big deal. I could do that. Okay, I could speak to businesses at any and every level and give them the value proposition and sell it and do that. I will tell you. So that's what I was contracted to do. I was recruited to be an executive to grow the company, and I went through this process for about 6 months, 8 months, and then I went back and I terminated my contract. And I will tell you why. I terminated my contract because I already told you I'm a lifelong serial entrepreneur. I am just like you. I am no different than you. I have a little less hair, except for you. You're doing pretty good there. I'm just like you. I've been a serial entrepreneur for 30 years. I love entrepreneurship. I love a person who is willing to get out there and take the risk to grow their business. And the problem that I had in the franchise world was I was supposed to convince people whom I love to work with to go and join a franchise. And I'm telling you right now, in 2025, the real estate market, the real estate industry, the way it is, the franchises are not going to lead in the future of real estate. The franchises are not going to lead in the future. It's the independent brokerages that are. And I will tell you why through technology at the end of this. I'll share a little bit why. So now I'm in conflict. I was hired to do and paid very well to go do a specific job, recruit companies and grow the company. But I said I can't do this any longer because, number one, the franchises I'd be recruiting to, they don't do it the way I would want them to do it. So most of the people I'd speak to, they'd say, well, Rome, are you going to be there? Are you going to lead us? Are you going to help, you know, you're going to be part of the transition? I would say, no, I'm actually just going to hand you off to a brokerage and you're going to go there. And they're like, well, I don't want to go there. I don't want to work under them. I want to learn from you. And so I was in conflict. And so after about 6 months, maybe 8 months, I finally came back to the owners of Keller Williams headquarters worldwide. I said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I said, I actually disagree with the way the franchise has been being operated. I'm going to go back to helping the people that I love to work with grow instead. And so I terminated the contract. So I'm here because, well, partially I got fired. No, no, I didn't really get fired. Yeah, I guess I did get fired because they said, okay, well, if you're not going to do this, then we don't have a need for you. That's fine. I'm going back to help where my heart is. My heart knowledge tells me that the future of real estate is not the big franchises because it's so hard to change when you have, 14,000 franchise brokerages, 15,000, 20,000 brokerages. So if something needs to change, have you realized that the real estate industry has changed? Right? And it's hard to change if you're a big ship. But if you're a little speedboat, oh, you can do the right things to grow. And so you guys are the speedboat. You guys have the ability to change and do the things it takes to win in real estate that the bigger franchises are struggling to do. I have been all around this country listening to brokerages of every size, from 1,000, 10,000 to 100 to 10, brokerages of all kinds. And the biggest challenge is they can't change fast enough. It's called pivoting. They can't pivot fast enough. And so I'm back to doing what I love to do, which is working with you all, with people like you, because I'm no different. All right? So that's my life. That's my story. That's where I've been. The reason I'm here, the reason Waldina's asked me to be here is because I want to help her win, and we can do this together. All right? So you can win in that regard. So what does success look like for you? Why are you doing this? Why are you in real estate? Why are you doing this? What's the win look? What does success look like for you? This is success.
No, I was listening. I was like, what you were saying.
Good. What does success look like for you? Being happy.
And those around you.
Awesome. Good. Antonio, what does success look like for you? Yep. Yes, that's a good question. What does success look like for you? Might be different for me. Yes, I want yours. And if you want to say the car, the watch, the house, it's okay. I mean, what is it? Being able to provide. Success looks like being able to provide for the people around me. Great answer. Stability.
So I'm first generation here in the United States, so I guess it's like just proving my family wrong or showing them that I don't have to work and I survive or
Awesome.
multiple jobs. Or
Awesome.
whatever.
Awesome. Yes, first generational. So you're fulfilling a new generational gap. I'm first generation too. I was born in the Philippines.
My kids that you have to be an entrepreneur or like your own business.
Yes.
You create your own.
Yes. So you're not going to let any of your perceived past or history limit you from what you have in front of you. Okay? You got that? So let's just say first generation to the country, right? First generation family member, entrepreneur. Great. That's a wonderful story. I love those stories. Anybody else?
Yeah, mine is kind of similar to hers because I'm first generation here in America. But
Okay.
also like being able to be financially freedom where I retire my parents
Okay.
and I take care of them. And also I love helping people. Because there's so many people that, they need houses.
Yes.
They don't understand the process. There's
Yes.
like CPA, a lot of things to help others become financially
Okay.
free.
Okay. Outstanding. So helping people, financial freedom. Did anybody have that same goal, financial freedom? Okay. I'll describe that one a little bit too, because I figured that was kind of an important one. I want financial freedom. I do real estate. I do entrepreneurship. I do what it is I do for a lot of reasons. But I'll give you some of the simple ones. So that I can have lunch whenever I want to. So I can have lunch wherever I want to. So I can take the call when I want to. So that I can help my friend when they need me to. So that I can be there for my family when it's important to. Man, entrepreneurship is just the greatest way to live in this country. Okay, born in the Philippines, immigrated to New York City, spent a lot of time there. Okay, became a Texas person, couldn't get to Texas fast enough. Love this state, love this country, love this opportunity to do this. No other job. If I worked today at HEB, okay, my son works at HEB. He's got it, and he's going to college too. He works at HEB, but during that time he can't answer his phone. He can't do those. He thinks he can. He thinks he can go on, on social or Insta and all that stuff, but he can't. Why? Because you're giving your life. Your paycheck represents something. At the end of those 2 weeks, your paycheck represents what your life looked like for those 2 weeks. That makes sense? But an entrepreneur, your freedom to do those sort of things is amazing. That's why people appreciate you and value you when everything's going well. But just like life isn't just always going to go well. There's going to be struggles. There's going to be challenges. Is that true? So business is going to struggle. It's going to have challenges. Okay, this is not the first time the United States has experienced a real estate downturn. Okay, I made an investment in 2009 to buy a house. It was a foreclosure. Okay, the home was listed for $375,000, Cedar Park, Texas. $375,000. It went into foreclosure. How many of you know about 2008 and 2009? That's the recession, right? That was a desperate, dire, terrible time to be in the real estate business. But I was going to win in real estate, so I made a choice to plant and not bury. So I planted myself in an investment, and lo and behold, that house that was for $375,000, I offered $250,000. I know you don't want to be my agent if I'm the person to tell you. You're like, oh no, that's it. But in a foreclosure situation, okay, anything. I went to the bank, okay, as a negotiator, and I looked at the person who's handling the account, and she said, did you mean $350,000? Because it was $375,000. And she said, did you mean you want to offer $350,000? No. I'm offering $250,000. Okay, it's $250,000. It's a cash deal. $250,000. And I said, wow, that's kind of low. I said, let me ask you a question. I said, did anybody else offer more today? She said, no, sir. I said, sounds like that's $250,000 you ain't gonna have if you don't take this. Guess what I bought that house for? $250,000. I bought the house for $250,000 because I decided I'm going to plant instead of bury. I could have been like everybody else. Now, fast forward, just 2 years later, I wound up selling that house for $430,000. Okay, those opportunities are worth looking for. They're worth looking for. You can win in real estate today. All right, success freedom. We're going to go ahead and wrap that up. Anybody else have anything else success looks like? What success looks like for you that we didn't say? Okay, proving yourself, having the, okay. Okay. Proving she can do it. Proving I can do it without anybody's help. Well, I would be careful about the other part. Anybody's help. We all need help at some point in time. But I understand what you mean. Not somebody doing it for you.
Or she means like family's help.
Right. I understand that. I understand that. So, proving that you can do it without anybody doing it for you, like family. Okay? Can we put that up on the board there, please? Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. All right, so now that we know what success looks like, I want to show you what today's market really is doing. The market is different than it was. We all agreed, right? It's changed. 2023 from 2022. Used to be people were like, I'll buy it. They call you from California. It doesn't matter. Does it have a door? Okay, good. I'll take it. And you asking 500? I'll give you 550. Right? Remember those days? Okay, those days are not here anymore. They will probably never return again. Just saying. Okay? Interest rates. Let me give you something. Interest rates are not coming down. Okay? I met. They're going up. I met with the chief executive at NAR in Florida, and he said to me, he says, Rome, he goes, I'm trying to make my presentation not sound like it's the same one I gave last year. It's going to be like last year. I said, okay. I said, is that like hopeful? Or is like a small chance? He goes, there's no chance. There's no chance. That's just chief economist at NAR. Okay, that's all he does. He's a PhD in that. I met with the San Antonio Board of Realtors economist there. I said, what do you think about this year? He goes, it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard. So I didn't come to motivate you, came to be a coach. I came to be, right, we got to talk about where we are before we go forward. It is not going to get better on the interest rates. Don't wait for that. Don't tell people, hey, when the interest rates get better, then we'll be ready. No, buy now. We can refinance later. Buy it now. Why? Because the house is always going to appreciate in value. That is your number one go-to statement. It's always going to appreciate. It's always going to, even if it goes down in June, it's going to go back up in July of 2026. It's always going to appreciate. Land, real estate is the only thing God is not making any more of. Ain't no more. We got all of it. It's going to get more expensive. Also, we know another thing. Population. People keep having babies. I have 2 grandbabies just in the last year. People keep making more humans. And those humans are going to need cars, they're going to need groceries, they're going to need houses. And so the demand is going to continue to go. So the demand is going to continue to go, and the value is going to continue to raise. Don't bury your real estate business. Plant it. Do some things that are going to cause it to grow. Here's the shift I want to propose to you. Give you something to break the ice. Because a lot of times we're discouraged or defeated or frustrated because we're doing the same thing over again. How many of you put the post in Facebook like, oh man, I don't even know if anybody's really looking at this thing. Hey, Rome here with Home with Rome, and I sell houses, and here's one. It's a pretty nice one. So call me if you want to sell, if you want to buy, if you want to invest. Call me. Did I do that right? Y'all do this, right? Right? How many of you do this? Come on. Don't make me look like a fool. You all do this. I've seen them all. Everybody does this. And then you're just hoping and praying, and somebody's going to call me and say, hey, I have $1 million house. Would you please sell it for me? Has that ever happened? Has it ever happened? No, it doesn't happen that often. Why? Because we're using social media the wrong way. And we're portraying ourselves as salespeople. And so we're doing the same thing over again, hoping for a new result. You got to stop doing it this way. I want to show us something new. What happened to my slide? I want to show you something new. Stop pitching. Start prescribing. Stop pitching. Stop pitching. Hey, work with me. I'll show you how to sell your home for the highest amount of value in the shortest amount of time, and blah, blah, blah. And right? Same pitch. Everybody's got the pitch. But the problem is you go to the doctor's office, they don't give you the same prescription. Your prescription is going to be different than my prescription. Your prescription is going to be different than my prescription. Your prescription, your needs, what ails you is different than mine. So I want to retrain you today. I want to be your coach. Papa Coach is here to talk to you about changing your attitude, changing your mind. Stop treating real estate like a used car salesperson. Stop treating it. Start prescribing. You have a license to practice real estate. True? Everybody got a license in here? If not, you're going to get one soon. Don't be selling stuff. Everybody got a license? Does everybody have a license in here? Okay, you have a license to practice real estate. Let me tell you about some other professions that have a license to practice. A doctor, he has a license to practice medicine. An attorney, he has a license to practice law. License to practice real estate, license to practice medicine, license to practice law. Why do we treat ourselves like a used car salesperson? We should be more like a doctor. Why do we treat our business like that? I am state certified by the state of Texas under the laws and rules and regulations and guidelines under the Texas Real Estate Commission to be able to enter into any house lawfully through the system provided and sell or buy the most expensive asset a person will probably ever spend their money on. Come on, people, y'all should clap for me like that. Oh, realtors rock, right? Rome for. But does that happen? Does that happen? No, why not? What happened? What happened, people? Oh my gosh, you guys are so valuable, you're so awesome. You should be, you should go into the bar and everybody's like, hey, how you doing? Realtor. That's right. Realtor name. You see the name tag right there, baby? So like, check that out. You got my PIN, ABR certified. That's right. Right? Right? You know what RENE stands for? Real estate negotiation expert, baby. We should be doing that. Oh, but my brother-in-law is a doctor. Comes into the room. Hey, Dr. John. Number one, that's his first name. He's supposed to be Dr. Gonzalez, not Dr. John. And y'all getting too personal. Why are you calling him doctor? Why don't you call me Agent Rome? Right? Agent Rebecca's here. Pretty proud. Licensed to practice real estate, just like you. Licensed to practice medicine. Licensed to practice. We don't give ourselves enough credit. And so we pitch, and we pitch, and we pitch, and we sound like a used car salesman. Hey, we're going to give you a deal on this car today. It was $29,999, now it's $24,999. Only if you show up by 6 p.m. Why? What if I come at 6:30? Okay, I'll give it to you. This is what we sound like in real estate now. It's so depressing to watch. The people who are dying in business are the ones who are talking like this. They're the ones that are doing this. This is why they haven't sold anything in a year, 50%. All right, the doctor-patient approach in real estate. I want to break your mind for a moment. I want to challenge anything you might think today as Papa Coach comes in here and says, look, we got to change the way we think. Let's do some things different, and maybe it'll free you up to get some different results. Maybe we'll get some different results from this simple approach. So today, in today's coaching, we're going to use this as an example, the doctor-patient approach in real estate. Number one, understanding the customer's symptoms, needs, pain points, and goals. You go to a listing appointment, you start, hopefully you're asking questions, right? What are some of the questions you're going to ask in a listing appointment? Somebody help me, back there.
Do you have a loan on it?
Good. You're going to ask, is there any financial attachments to this house? What else? What else are you going to ask?
What are you gonna do after you sell?
Outstanding. What's the future look like for you after we get this process completed? What else?
Why do you want to sell?
Great. Why is it that we're even meeting here today to talk about the sale of your house?
What's the urgency? If there's
Is there a sense of, do we need to do this by tomorrow? Do we need to do this by New Year's? You start sounding like a professional when I hear you ask these questions in that way. And maybe you're like that doctor. So, well, how long has it been like? How long have you been thinking about selling? That's what my doctor asked. How long have you had that pain? Right? Well, how long have you been thinking about this? Oh, nobody's ever asked me that. Actually, we've been thinking about it for a year, but we've been waiting for the interest rates to change. Oh. We'll get into that in just a moment. Let me keep asking you some questions. Because the moment you start answering their question, you're back to used car salesperson. You need to learn to shut your mouth longer, ask more questions. Don't give advice yet. A real doctor is going to ask everything. They're going to take your blood pressure. They're going to take your heart rate. They're going to look in your mouth. They're going to look in your ear. I'm not going to talk about the other places they're going to look. I'm just saying. They're going to be looking for problems. So before you answer the person's comment of the most expensive, valuable asset they will probably ever purchase in their life, be patient with your patient.